just an idea I had the other day actually. It's basically a virtual tour through my Xbox Live Arcade games, much in the vein of what I did with my room, only obviously these are digital games. Hopefully the camera will pick this up well. If not, then you may never see this, but we can only hope. So zoom in here. First game on the list, 1942 Joint Stripes, really good. I guess you'd say sort of reboot, modern reboot of the 1942 series, which are vertical shooters, vertical 2D shooters, and they're really good. Ancients of Vuga is a game that recently came out. It's an adventure game, sort of in the vein of, I guess, Lost Vikings, very vaguely, but you only get one character, that kind of thing. Assault Heroes 1 and 2, these are really good games. It's interesting to note, I don't know if we'll actually get the information here. No, we won't. When these came out, there was actually sort of an embargo on Xbox Live games that said they had to be under 50 megs. So this game's literally, if it's on like 30 megs, and then this one's about 70, because the embargo eventually got lifted, which is why you now find games on there that are about 2 gig, which is really interesting. Yeah, we've got Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, great games. The reason I picked up Banjo-Tooie specifically was because the version I have on the N64 doesn't work with my sort of region adapter, because it's an American version. Kind of a bummer. Battlefield 1943, which is a wonderful version of, you know, the classic 1942 games. More or less, it's just Bad Company with the online component, and it's just really good. It's really worth the money if you're looking to pick that up. Bionic Commando Rearmed, again, another reboot. Didn't really get into this. Found it kind of hard. Strangely enough, I did really enjoy the Bionic Commando they released on the 360 and the PS3, the sort of full retail version, which actually got panned, which is kind of strange. That's just a demo I don't care about. Bomberman Live, this is absolutely brilliant. If you're into your Bomberman and you want to play it online, then just, you know, it's self-explanatory. It's just Bomberman, but it's utterly brilliant. Braid again, you've probably heard about this one. It's sort of an indie game that made it really big. It's all based on time manipulation. It's a platformer with just an amazing sense of style, and it's just a bunch of fun to play. Let's scroll down a bit more. Like I say, once the embargo was lifted, you found games like Call of Duty Classic, which is just the original Call of Duty in HD. Pretty good, doesn't hold up as well as you might hope. Castle Crashers, sort of in the vein of Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, that kind of thing, but you actually level up, so it's really cool. Another early Xbox Live Arcade game. I'd recommend that as well, it's really good. Symphony of the Night, don't need to say much about that. Castle Defenders, actually a port of an iPhone game. It's a tower defense game based in the Final Fantasy IV universe. Really good, if you like it. If you're into tower defense, then it's a fantastic game. Darwinia is really unique. It comes with Multi-Winner as well, which is a separate product on the PC, so that's kind of cool. I won't go into too much detail on these. Just want to give you an idea of what's there, and if anyone wants to see some footage, then obviously I'll pop it up, but I'm probably going to do some anyway. Deathspank, this came out last week. It's an action RPG, and it's got the involvement of Tim Schafer, who I think was responsible for Grim Fandango, Brutal Legend, that kind of thing. You know, he's a funny guy, he makes some really good games, and you know, as such, the dialogue in that's really funny. Gameplay wise, it's a lot like Diablo. It's even more like Torchlight if you played that, but you know, considering Torchlight's made by the guys who made Diablo, that kind of speaks for itself. Defense Grid, another really good tower defense game, bit more in depth than the Final Fantasy one, and really enjoyable as well. Doom 1 and 2, again, straightforward ports, really high quality. Duke Nukem Manhattan Project, I did a I like to watch video of this, which apparently you didn't like to watch because no one did. So that sucks. But, you know, it's not a bad game, it's not a great game. It's just kind of fun. I like a 2D platformer, you know, where you shoot stuff, and that's what that is, and it worked for me. Again, a straightforward port, Duke Nukem 3D. FOM Gym HD. Fable 2 pub games, that came free, it's like a pre-order code, I don't care for it. Final Fight, again, another I like to watch video of that. Garo Mark of the Wolves, which is the definitive Fatal Fury game, really. Absolutely brilliant. The animation is just sublime. It's got a parry system in the vein of Street Fighter 3. I think this came out before, actually, but, you know. Geometry Wars 1 and 2, absolutely brilliant. Hexic comes with every 360. Ikaruga, which is an amazing treasure 2D horizontal, 2D vertical shooter. You know, it's spiritual successor to Radiant Silvergun, which A Murphy 245 just picked up for an insane price, but I'm still really envious of that. They need to bring Radiant Silvergun to Xbox Live Arcade, but I kind of hope for his sake they don't, because he spent a lot of money on that, and if anyone else can pick it up for a tenner, then that's quite a bummer.